Hey, Tim. Tim, can you hear me?
Can you hear me now, Vern?
Yeah, I got you.
I got I gotta remember this stupid cord. It's got a button on it, and when I bend over or lean over, it'll cut that button off.
Yep.
That's what it was. That's why I want to get something that won't mess up.
Yeah, the wireless, you won't have any cords or buttons hanging down like that to screw up, so I think that would probably be the better option.
Yeah, I hope so, cause buddy, it's been a mess. Every time I turn around, if I lean over, it'll cut it off.
Yep.
And I just got to remember to look at that thing, make sure it ain't flashing when I try to talk.
That's the only bad thing about mine. It's got the dual volume buttons on it, and when I lean over or move the cord just right, it'll turn the volume wide open or turn it all the way down.
It turns mine off when I lean over it. I haven't got nowhere to put it, keep it out of my way. I put it in my lap, and
Yeah.
it will turn itself off when I bend over, lean over.
Yep.
How you
So what
doing?
you been up to, Tim?
I've been getting a lot of rest,
That's good.
drinking plenty of fluid.
Yep.
Last night I talked to my brother I hadn't talked to in God knows how many years. I
That
told,
go okay?
huh?
That good conversation?
Oh yeah, I told him, I said, brother, I said, we used to be a close family. We've gotten so far apart. I told him, I said, I want it to go back like it used to be when we used to visit one another. I told
Right.
him, I told my brother, I'm 65 years old, and I'm not getting no younger. And Red in there, um, he's my bro. He's here, and Gary, that's the one I talked to last night, and I got one in Houston, Dallas, Texas. Charles Vance, that's my brother. I don't get to talk to him much. My Red does though. I just don't get to talk to my family anymore. One of my brothers died about 6 months ago, and that hurt because it was probably a year since I talked to him when he died, and that hurt. Everybody takes things for granted, Vern, and I guess I thought he'd
Life's too
all.
short for it.
Yeah, I guess I thought he would always be there, and he's gone now. Uh,
Yeah, life is too short to take all that stuff for granted.
yes, it is. There's four of us left, and my sister, she's not in good health. Um, I just hope that me and Freddie and Charlie and Gary can bond together. You know what I mean? We
Yep.
we need to get back close. There's four brothers left and one daughter, one girl, and to start with, there was 7 of us. Uh, my youngest, well, he's older than me. He would have been, but he died at 6 months old. And I've I've thought about that. Daddy told me what happened, and now Daddy's gone, Mama's gone. Now my brothers and sisters are dying, and man, I'll tell you the truth, it's getting worse. But I'm gonna have to get my lazy butt up and go see my sister. Don't matter if she looks just like my mother. That hurts, but I'm gonna have to go see her, Vern.
Yep, that's absolutely what you'll have to do.
I love my sister. I talk to her on the telephone. But that ain't like sitting and talking to her and holding her hand or whatever, because she's getting on up there. And God knows she looks just like my mother. And I guess part of me is shunning her because she looks like my mama. And it hurts. But I need to go see her because we ain't getting no younger. But
I understand that completely.
I enjoyed talking to my brother yesterday. He's next to me. He's the youngest next to me.
That's good.
And he's doing great. Him and his wife and grandkids, and the kids are doing good. I mean, several years ago, he lost his oldest boy, and it like to killed him, Vern. All right,
Oh, I'm
gamer.
sure.
All right, gamer. Brother, they was a week. Let me tell you something. They was a week that him and his wife sat at that gravesite day in and day out and cried the whole time. And I told him, I said, brother, I said, you're gonna have to go forward. This is gonna put you down here in one of these boxes. You and Mona both is gonna have to go home and start living your life again because he's gone. He'll always be with us, but
That's right.
we're gonna have to go on, babe. We're gonna have to go on.
He would
So
want you to go on, Tim.
sure he would. And I told him, I said, you think that Gary Lynn would want you and Mama to sit here beside his gravesite and moan and whatever like you doing? He wouldn't want that, brother. He would want you to go on. He would want me to be proud of his father and his mother. Well, believe it or not, he took my advice. Him and her went home. Of course, after we got through crying.
Yep.
I told him, I said, brother, I said, life is too short to give up now. Don't give up, because that's what you're doing when you're sitting here with this grave. You're giving up. We still got our life ahead of us, and I'm glad and he told me last night, he said, brother, I wanted to thank you for doing what you did. He said, you helped me. And I told him, I said, yeah, we ain't seen one another since. He said, we're going to change that. I said, yes, we are. Well, that's enough of that. How you doing, Vern?
Doing good.
That's good. Vern, will that wireless be better for me to use than a solid wire?
No, your solid wire's better.
Well, this in here is not solid. This is here goes from a small wire coming from my headset, and it's got a round thing right here with a button in the middle of it, and it goes big from there to my computer, and that's where I'm having my problem. If I could get me a solid wire as big as this one going to my computer, I believe I'd be better off, because you know it would never mess up. I just don't know what to do. This thing here ain't that old, but it started giving me a problem exactly where the other one did, where it's joined together right here.
I think the wireless would be better for the headset.
Well, I'll do that. I got a wireless keyboard and a wireless mic. Mouse, but hey, I love them. Logitech done good with them. And I had to go to that Turtle Beach, I guess. Had to go to it. Ain't that the one you found was the cheapest, Turtle Beach?
Yeah, that had a good price on it.
Yeah, it was refurbished though, right?
Yeah.
Okay, it was $59.95, I believe it was. It won't take 3 days after. Hey, Adam, how you doing, buddy? I'm talking to Vern, a friend of mine here, Adam. Yeah, I believe I'd be better off not having to worry about the wire. It's always getting in my way, you know.
Yep.
And it's got a USB thing that you hook in the back of the computer to make it work. So I'll have it when I get that. That's what I want to do.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. It'll help with my broadcasting too.
Yep.
You know that every Saturday night at 9 o'clock, I'm on live portal, right?
Yes.
That's awesome, Vern. You know, that's reaching out to the iRacing world, you know it?
Yes, sir.
And I thank Joe for that. Joe has brought me on with him, and he wants to keep me. So we're gonna do broadcasting from here on out. We'll have sorry to say, yours ain't gonna be involved in, because some people can't get along with both sides. But I'll always be here when I ain't on there. But starting this next season, we're gonna be with the one we were with. You know what I mean, Rick?
Yeah.
We have 3 or 4. We're gonna pick up 3. I know 3 live broadcasts. I don't think they're gonna broadcast that.
Hey, I got a phone call, Tim. I'll be right back.
All right, Bob. He'll be right back, Adam. He had to answer the phone. I'm doing great, man. How are you? You doing all right? I'm enjoying myself. I'm getting over the flu. I reckon it was the flu. I'm feeling a little bit better. buddy. How you doing?
Oh, you heard you were sick.
Yeah, I'm feeling better. Feel like getting on doing a little streaming.
Yeah.
I hope I feel better anyway.
Farmer.
Yeah, I'm farming. I don't feel good enough to get back in that truck yet. I was talking to Vern, and talking about my phone call I got with my brother yesterday. I hadn't talked to him God knows how many years.
Yeah.
He told me, he said, I just got to thinking about you, brother. He said, I wanted to hear you talk to you, make sure you're all right. I told him, I said, I'm doing fine now. Since you called, I said, I hadn't talked to you in probably about 10 years, 8 or 9 years. He said, ain't we crazy to be doing that? I said, yeah. I said, we all need to bond together, brother.
There you go.
Truck out of the way. I still ain't conquered that great fields yet, Vern. That's a huge son of a gun field, buddy. I can, but it takes about 10 hours to do it. A lot of time to seed one and harvest it when it comes in. 4,200 acres is a lot of acreage. That's what it is, 4,200 acres. Every once in a while I got a little hesitation in my computer. I don't know what it is, Vern. I've tried everything to get it out. I don't know what it is. It'll hesitate for a second. I guess it might be my computer getting old. I don't know. You doing all right, Hal? Let's see here. I believe I need to turn these machines down. I can barely hear. Let's see what's that. Do something here. That sounds better there, don't it? Not as loud.
I'm back.
That sounds better, don't it, Vern?
Yeah, sounds a lot better.
It was too thick and loud. I couldn't hear you talking, hardly. Adam Robinson said hello, and how are you doing?
Hello, Adam.
don't know,
Speaking
Pete.
of that,
Are you
hey
kind of?
Vern,
Go ahead.
Vern,
Yeah.
did someone named Adam Tips join the league portal?
I got a request from him. Why do you know him?
Okay, yeah, I do.
Okay. So is that good?
Yeah, he's good.
Okay. All right. I'm just checking.
I was gonna vouch for him.
Yeah, I was just doing his number in the portal right now. So it's funny you mentioned that.
Hopefully, join. I didn't know if he did it or not.
We appreciate that.
Yeah, Adam up from here now. Yeah,
That's a pretty common name, Tim.
Many of Adams.
Yeah, Lee D. Robinson on iRacing, and that's definitely no kin to Garrett. Then there's all kinds of Robinsons that live close to me here in Florida.
I got some kids people live down there in Florida. Down there in Fort Lee, down there where you live.
Yeah, I got some kid people here too. I'd like to ship them out.
I heard that.
In fact, talking about family, that was my mom that called me.
It was.
Yeah, asking where I've been.
Whereabouts, son?
If I need to go over there.
Yeah, you need to go see her.
Now I got my sister flying in this weekend, so
Oh boy, huh?
be a family visit.
Yeah.
Those go good for about 10 minutes.
People say it don't last long, does it?
No, it don't. Then stuff starts going south.
You know, seems like, when we get started to talk and burn with our kin people, we get off on the wrong subject. And that's what makes everything tough. I guess that's the way with everybody, ain't it?
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, at least it should be this way. You know your kin better than anyone,
Yeah.
and they know you better than anyone. So they know all the good, the bad, the evil. They know everything. And I think that's where a lot of that comes from.
But what they don't need to do is they don't need to talk about the bad when they're together. Always talk about good stuff,
Right.
good times. You get in a state of mind when you talk about bad stuff, and it ain't good for their party. Brings bitterness to their heart, you know.
Yep.
Last time I seen my brother that lives in Dallas, it's been a good while back. We got along pretty good. Only thing, when his kids was coming up, they mistreated him and Jean, and I didn't like that. I told Charles, I said, brother, I said, we weren't raised this way. I said, you know we weren't raised this way. Well, I told him, I said, you let them kids get by with too much. Raise them like you was raised, brother. That's what I told him.
Yep.
If I would have said yes or no to my father, I'd have got up out of the floor. Guaranteed. I've heard his daughter, yeah, no, to her mama. And I said, dang, no way. The Bible says honor your mother and father, buddy. And that ain't respect. She's probably paying for it now. She's been in the hospital for the last, God, 3 or 4 months. She's about dead. I'm not going to Dallas. I told my brother, I said, hey, I love y'all, but I'm not coming to Dallas.
What's wrong with Dallas, Tim?
I ain't got no money to go out there. That's where my brother lives. He's out there with his daughter that has been having some bad things, you know. She's been in the hospital for about 3 or 4 months. About dead. I told him, I said, brother, my heart's with you. When I talked to him last, I said, but I'm not coming out there. He understood that. I love my niece. I really do. But, I'm not going out. Well, I gotta sew this one now. I'll find a sewing machine. Here's one right here.
You see Jason change his name again. He's now Ash Sophia.
Oh,
Look on your chat.
Jesus Christ. What are you doing, Jason? I ain't even gonna ask how you come up with that. Wow. That's about all I can say, Vern. Wow.
I haven't even got that far yet. I'm trying to get there, but I can't.
I ain't even seeing that. I mean, Jason, you care to tell me how you come up with that? I'm worried about you now.
All the drama.
What in the Sam hell did he put on the bottom down there? What?
I think he's saying a kid from Rainbow Six Siege.
Uh-oh.
Garrett, what are you up to today, man?
Oh, just chilling, waiting to go to work.
You doing all right, Gary?
All I do is work and watch NASCAR, saving up money.
Done that for years, man.
Gotta save up for the move.
I'll tell you
Oh.
what. If I was to add up the money that I spent on these gangs, on them iRaces, I ain't no telling how much money that'd be.
Please, I don't even want to think about that.
Well,
Where are
I
you
got-
moving to, Gary?
Ohio. I'm going to University of Northwestern Ohio, and I'm moving up there in June.
Where are you living now?
About 45 minutes north of Dallas.
That's why you said that a while ago.
Oh, that's cool, man. So you're going to go to University of Northern
Northwestern
Ohio, or Northwestern Ohio. That's where they do the racing, right?
Yeah, I'm doing high performance motorsports there.
We had I'm trying to think of his name. He raced over at Extreme in the K&N series a couple seasons ago. I really liked the kid. He that's where he was going to school at.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I can't think of his name though. I'll think about it. It'll come to me. I really like that kid.
Yeah. It's a good school. I have a buddy who goes there right now.
He had some issues though with a wife, I'm wanting to say, or a girlfriend or something that he said was cheating on him.
Damn.
Oh, I remember that,
You remember that kid, Tim? He was a good kid.
Vern. Yeah. I can't remember his name though, but I remember him having issues with his girlfriend.
It was his girlfriend, wasn't it? I don't think.
Yeah,
Fiance. It was his
It
fiance.
was, yeah.
He ended up leaving the league because he didn't have time to race because he was running back and forth from where he lived in Iowa or somewhere.
Oh, damn.
From the university back to Iowa. Well, he was going to UNOH and he was running back to Iowa to try to babysit her ass.
Oh.
He did. He even talked to me about it, Vern.
Yeah, he was pretty tore up about it.
I'm trying to think his darn name, but I can't think of it.
I wanted to say it was Jason or something.
No, it wasn't Jason. Damn, what was his name? I'll think of it in a minute since I'm trying to think about it.
I'm just happy I'm going to have more racetracks around me than just Texas Motor Speedway.
Yeah, you'll have dirt tracks and all.
I already bought my ticket to the Eldora truck race, and I already have a ticket to the U.S. Nationals later this year.
Good deal, man.
That's awesome there.
I think there needs to be more universities pop up like that.
Yeah.
I've said that for years.
Yeah, I had a split between that and the Air Force, and I have a buddy who goes to UNOH, and he was just thinking it's not so much fun. I was like, fuck, what the hell? I like racing enough, might as well do it.
You get an education doing what you love, man.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to move your steering wheel and sim rig with you.
Yeah.
You gonna get an apartment up there? You gonna live dorms or what?
You got an apartment. I actually have two buddies up there. One of them is going to start school with me, but I have one who's been up there for a year. And the other one who I'm living with moved up there actually 2 days ago. So.
Oh, that's cool. So you guys all gonna get a place together?
Yeah. Hopefully a house.
Alright, we'll see you later, Jason.
lunch. He'll be all right.
What in the world did he come up with that name?
Sounds a little funny to me.
Yeah, that's what he wrote down there too. Thank you, Jesus, for getting my mom and daddy raising me. They raised me right, buddy.
So how many nights a week are you broadcasting now, Tim?
Right now, we just got one Saturday night right now, but we're going to pick up 3 more in about a week.
Good deal.
Then at the end of the year, we're going to pick up a full 7 days.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it is. But I love
Gotta be careful how long you do that, because it's real easy when you start doing stuff like that to get burnt out doing it that much.
That's true, too. That's like a day it is.
That's exactly why I mentioned that. I mean, when you 4 nights a week is manageable, sometimes 5. It's like going to work 5 days a week. But when you start doing that 7 days a week, you know, and 14 days straight, and then 21 days straight, and then 28 days straight, and so on, that's when it really starts to burn on you.
Right now, it'll be all right now, you know. I told Joe that, you know. I told him, I said, Joe, I don't want us to get so much we're going to get burned out. So we don't have to. He said, I know that. Get burned out before I do.
Hey, Tim.
Oh, and everything just went sour now.
Why you say that?
Tana's here.
Why'd you say everything went sour?
Had a conversation with Becky. Not
Hey,
too long.
Hey, Tim, how you doing? I heard you were doing bad last night.
Well, I'm doing better today.
That's good.
What's up, Humperdinck?
Not much.
He's dinking. Done with school for the day, buddy.
Yep.
You learned anything? All right.
I always learn something new every day.
That's a good day.
I'm always learning.
You get where you don't learn every day, you better quit.
I learn something all the time.
You either quit or you find you a different instructor, right, Tim?
You got that right. As old as I am, I learn something new every day. I enjoy what I do, you know.
Yep.
And while I'm doing it, I learn something new every day.
Yep. And and Tim, I hadn't started outlawing yet.
There you go.
I'm still doing what I should be doing.
The main thing is get you a good education. That's the best thing in the world to
Yep.
Gonna agree with Tim on that.
I would too.
Well, this day and time, Vern, you know how it is out there this day and time. And a kid coming out of school and not getting a good education, it's gonna be hard.
And I haven't invented a way that we can go back yet and redo it, Tim.
Yeah. I tell you, I wouldn't take nothing for my education that I got. I don't need it now, but I had to use it in my years, you know.
I would, if I could go back though, I would have added to it.
Yeah, I probably would have too. The knowledge that I learned over the years, I'll tell you, it's been a ride, buddy. And you know what's funny, Vern?
What's that?
All good things come to an end.
Yes, they do.
Always remember that.
That's the sad part about life.
It is, brother. You know, all good things come to an end. That's why people need to enjoy what they can while they can. Because sooner or later it's going to end.
That's right.
Mine did. I'm just existing now, you know. Sitting here on a computer 7 days a week. One time a month, go get my check and pay my bills, come back home and get back on the computer.
So you telling me you're not having fun on the computer?
Yes, I am, or I wouldn't be on it.
Okay. So that's a good thing, right?
Well, yeah, but
Keep
it
it
ain't.
going then.
It still ain't like life was before, you know.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, in a lot of ways, life was probably better before we got on the computers all the time.
Sure, it was. We were doing things. When I was able to work, that's when I had my most, you know, good times of my life. You know what I mean? I wouldn't take nothing for what I learned in my lifetime. Uh, I
That and you
know,
were younger and healthier, you felt better.
sure, but I tell you what, Vern, they ain't many people can say they drove a truck over the road for 33 and a half years.
I know one guy on YouTube did it for 40 and still does.
And
It still does.
Yeah.
I tell you, I had a
Why
ball
you
out
gotta do
there.
that to Tim, Montana?
What?
Why'd you have to do that to Tim?
I didn't mean
He
anything bad.
always does that. He always got to outdo me.
I'm just saying that it's called
Tim gets
smarttrucking.com.
mega respect. 33 and a half years, he bounced up and down our
33 and
rough
a half
ass
years.
highways.
33 and a half years is a little too long to be
He
driving.
brought us our groceries, our clothes, our furniture. Tim brought us everything.
If you ask me, 33, 5,000 miles a week for 33 and a half years, too much. That's that's too much.
Well, how long you plan on trucking for?
Well, until they make me mad. The
Oh
rules
my
and laws.
Oh my
God,
God,
have
that'll
mercy.
last about 2 hours.
Come on, Humperdinck.
I cannot stand the rules and laws. I
That'll
hate
be
them.
You
about
gonna
two
have to
hours.
live by them. You gonna have to live by them.
Oh, we gotta have an e-log. Well, we can only run, 11 hours a day. What's the point? I don't get it.
Because of your safety.
It don't make it safer. We're still gonna have wrecks. I mean, what was wrong with super trucking and doing, you know, 18 hours a day or more?
I got something wrong. Hang on.
Something wrong with me for sure.
I'm not adding that right for some reason. I still hear my guys on the machines. I got their.
Hey, gamer.
Hey, Vern.
Hey, gamer!
Hey, Tim.
How you doing, son?
Not bad.
How's baby doing?
She's alright.
That's good. Hadn't heard from y'all in a while.
Nah, no, you ain't been on in a while.
I know. I'm on now. Hopefully I'm gonna get me 5 or 6 hours a day, maybe more.
Nice.
I talked.
He's
I talked.
he's going marathon streaming.
I talked to Kathy
Hmm.
the other day, Vernon,
Oh, that's good.
and she was worried about me.
I
She's
figured you would be.
so glad to hear me on there. She said, I am so glad to see you and hear you. She said, I was worried about you. I said, I was worried about myself for a couple of days. But everything's cool. She's sweetheart, man. I tell you.
Here comes
Yeah, I
the
like
nation.
Kathy.
Do what?
I said, here comes the nation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Kathy. I like Jason. I like all of them. Even
He
the
changed
haters.
his name again.
Yeah, I can't believe it. That scares me. That there, it worries me what he put on there. Have you seen it, Montana?
Well, I have not.
Look on there on my live stream and you can see it.
Which one are you talking about here? So I know what.
Jason? It ain't Jason no more. Tell him, Vern.
God,
Ash Sophia.
why would you call yourself that?
He gone. He ain't in here right now.
Maybe he decided not to wear
Under,
pants or
yeah.
jeans anymore and went to skirts. I don't know.
Well, this ain't the Jason I was talking about. This was the other Jason.
I'm still worried about him. I mean, you
Yeah,
know,
me too. Why would you wanna?
he talking about rainbow and all that bull crap, and then didn't say what he said. Good Lord.
Hey, Adam.
I'll be right back.
I'm worried about you too, Montana. Damn, I hadn't cleaned this calculator in a long, long time. Thing dirty. Oh, man. Let me see what. Oh, they done met up one another here. That sucker won't stop. Dad blame it. If it stopped, let me get out of the way. Crazy thing.
Not bad, Adam. Not bad. How about yourself?
Well, I'm doing this wheel. It's ready. Get that other one when he gets through, and I'll be ready to go to another field.
That's good then, Adam. That's good.
Oh boy.
Unless it was planned.
Man, I hate that. How old are you, Adam? 27. Well, you old enough to handle it then. That's good. That's the good part. You're old enough to handle it.
That's literally only just come through. Saying 27. Yours come through
Yeah,
before
but
mine.
it's better than being 10 and 12, something like that, gamer.
Hey, Adam. You're not much older than me.
Bum, bum. Oh,
Hey, Vern,
Yeah, Humperdinck.
did Tim ever tell you about that I like loud speaker systems in my semis?
hell, he knew that.
Yeah, loud speaker systems.
Here we go.
Gonna blow his ears out.
So he can jam his death metal.
Yep,
Not death metal.
that's what it
Not
is.
always. Sometimes,
Death
but not
metal.
always. Not always. Sometimes, but not always.
They'll put a label on him at the truck stop for when they tip.
Yep.
It won't be a good one either, Phil.
Montana, let me tell you something, Bubba.
Yeah.
Heavy metal is the devil's work.
No, it's not.
It is done it.
Damn.
It is the devil's work.
Come
No,
on,
it
don't be that
is not.
old-fashioned.
You're gonna have to listen to the
It
music.
is not.
Listen
It's
to
not
the
the
music. Listen to the music.
Not even close, Tim.
Yes, it
It's
is.
the work
brother.
of drugs and alcohol. It's not the devil's
It's the
work.
devil's work. I mean, you say the drugs and alcohol. Where do you think that comes from, Vern? My knee. Listen to me. Listen to me.
It come from Jack Daniels.
We just
Jack
buried.
Daniels and a joint.
We just buried a niece that was into drugs, heroin, cocaine, and all that. 2 times her daddy went to her rescue and got her free from that. And when she got out of the hospital and went home, she done good for about a week, and then she went right back into it. Well, this last time she overdid it. And her grandmother, talking about my nephew's mother, my sister, talked to her one day, and she told her, she said, Mama said the devil's making me do it. That broke sister's
Just because
heart.
she's... I don't know, Tim.
I don't know. I mean, that's what she told her mama. Her grandmother, I mean. The devil making her do it. And he took her
Well,
life. And it made her take her
that's
life.
all. That's all part of people, though, always casting the blame off someone else why they do something. I mean, that's part of the society that we live in now. The devil made me do it. God made me do it.
Well,
This
no,
son of a
no,
bitch made me do
wait a
it.
minute.
Nobody ever sits down and says, because I did it and I want to.
I'm sure she
She's
didn't want
free.
to kill herself. She was I don't know. She was a mother of 2. She had a boy and a girl.
Should have been more responsible than that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But that's the reason why. It's because this whole mentality going around that just casts the blame off on the other person. A school gets shot up. It ain't the shooter's fault. It's the gun's fault.
That's what
And
they're
that's
saying anyway.
the problem.
But Vern,
Yes,
what was the person doing there with the gun? That's the question.
he took the gun to school.
But there must have been a reason why he took the gun to school.
Yeah, he probably got picked on or this or that. I mean, we don't know how he was treated in school. And he obviously had some mental health issues to go on top of it. Didn't he lose both his parents?
No idea.
That shooter down in Parkland, Florida. I think he lost his dad, and then like a year later he lost his mom. He was probably pretty mentally effed up when question is, why did somebody that messed up have a gun?
Do you remember?
I mean,
Do you remember the shooting in the movie theater in Missouri? The guy that done the shooting in the theater killed his mother before he left home and going to the theater. He killed his mother, and he went over and killed, what, 5 or 6 people in the theater?
kind of like you, Tim. I believe it all starts at home.
It does, Vern. But he killed his own mama. And he was deranged, man.
Well, the Sandy Hook shooter did the same thing.
Anybody that takes a mom and dad's life, no reason, there's something wrong. But yet, the boy still lives. He is in prison, but he's living.
How did he not get a death sentence?
Hell, you tell me. That's our system nowadays.
Well, see, and that's where part of the problem stems from. I mean, you go back to the 1800s, if you committed some kind of atrocity like that, you would hang right in the middle of town in front of everybody.
Well, they ain't gonna do that no more. They even took the death penalty away from Alabama.
The consequences for doing the crime need to fit the crime.
I couldn't understand why they did that. I mean, you know, why
Well,
would they take the death sentence away?
the saying goes, if you can do the crime, then why not do the crime?
Well, the Bible also
Well,
says
it's not just
eye
about
for an eye,
that.
tooth for a tooth.
It's about setting an example for everyone else, too.
Yeah.
So if you hang them in the middle of town, you know, where people can see that, they're probably going to think twice before they do that. Because they see what the punishment is.
But they're not doing nothing about it, Vern. They're smacking them on their hand. Don't do that no
Sure
more.
they are. They're blaming everybody else for why it happened.
And it's the damn system, excuse my language, it's the system that's killing our kids.
And if you read any of that on social media, it's the Republicans bashing the Democrats, it's their fault. It's the Democrats bashing Republicans, it's their fault. Let me tell you something. Politics had nothing to do with that kid going in and shooting up that school.
Hell
And for
no.
people to jump on a political bandwagon about it is complete bullshit, and those people are the problem.
They're crazy. They're the ones that's got the problem.
That shooting was not political in no way, shape, or form. It ain't like he said, I'm a Republican, and then went in and shot up the school, or I'm a Democrat and I'm doing it for the Democrats. That never happened, and nor should it be termed political.
But really, he's not old enough to be tried as an adult. But you know
If
what?
he was old enough to make that decision and go in and do what he did,
That's
not only
what I just
right
said.
as
That's
an adult,
what
he
I'm
should get the
getting
death
to.
penalty.
He should be tried as an adult. He done a heinous crime. He needs to be tried as an adult.
Florida?
I don't
Yeah.
care where
He
it's
was-
at.
He was 19.
He's getting tried as an adult.
Yeah, he
19,
is.
He's an
He is
adult.
getting tried as an adult.
I ain't talking about just him. There's a lot
Here's
of
the issue with him, though. They knew he was messed up mentally. Why did he own a gun? He legally owned that gun, right? I'm pretty sure he did.
I just don't understand. The kids killing kids, man.
It's always everyone else's fault.
Yep.
Nobody takes responsibility for what they do anymore.
If they go
This is
back,
sad.
if they go back the way we used to live, say 20 years ago, you
20
do
years
you do the
far.
crime, you do the time.
20 years ago ain't far enough.
Well, it it come along within that period.
Snowflakes have been building for the last 30, 40 years. You gotta go long back before that.
But, you know, if you did a crime, you did a time, you know? And that was on a poster for a long time. Our country was a lot safer to live in, too. You let these kids, their mothers don't pay no attention to them, and their fathers don't pay no attention to them, and they're killing one another.
Well, here's another way to think at this too, and nobody ever talks about this. At what point does it become the school's problem as well? And what are they teaching the kids in the school that are driving the kids to go and do this? And I'm saying this, I'm not saying it lightly, because the schools never get mentioned in this. It's always, well, he must have had a messed up home life. Look at how much time a week a kid spends at school. And you tell me that that school and those teachers don't have an influence on that kid's behavior. Anyone here tell me that that's not happening? Look at college kids. We know that the professors are usually snowflakes, right? Yeah. And they lean very democratic. So they push that agenda off onto those college kids. And what are most of those college kids? What do we call them? Snowflakes. Right?
I get what you're saying, Brian. I get what you're saying.
I can confirm that high schools enable a lot of snowflakes.
Exactly my point. So at what point are they not to blame for this too? And our education system is failing our children. I mean, that's just where I think about it. It's I know it starts at home, but it also carries on to school. And two wrongs will never make a right.
Brian, you remember what happened at Columbine?
Yes, I do.
What in the world would possess a child to do that?
Again, that's what I'm saying.
I mean,
we're all failing them. Not just the parents at home, society's failing them, and the school's failing them as well.
This kid, I heard the reports on it. This kid had thrown up a red flag so many freaking times, and nobody noticed it. Even his mom and daddy didn't notice it. If my child got ready for school...
Why didn't they notice it is a question. Because they probably weren't paying attention.
If my child got ready for school, and if we lived in a duplex or something, he come downstairs with a overcoat, black lipstick, black fingernails polished. Hello, that's a flag. There's something wrong with that child. And him being a male, he was a male. And
when I was in high school, though, it was common for a group of people to do that. And I'm talking, when I say a group, even in my high school, there were probably 40 or 50 kids that looked just like that.
Well,
that doesn't mean that they were all going to go out and hack someone up or shoot up a town or village.
That was a good start, though. They should stop that crap. I'm telling you, that kid won't never get out of prison. And he is just...
Honestly, why should he have been paid? Why should he be taken care of in prison? He should be hanging from a rope.
I know. But that's just our society, man. Our society has changed. You can get off with murder in this society, this day and time, than if you go and rob a bank and something like that. It's sad, but it's true.
I'll rob a bank. Whose game? No one? Okay.
I'm just, I sit here and I watch this stuff on TV that our children are doing. And
by the way, in all seriousness, I would actually rob a bank.
Yeah. and they're not old enough to be tried for an adult, and they know that.
18 and 19 is plenty old enough to be tried as
Well,
adults.
yeah,
And
well,
anything above, in my opinion, where does age become a factor when you involve murder?
when you do a heinous crime like them
Exactly.
kids does, you should be tried as an adult. You shouldn't get no sympathy from nobody. You just like it said back in the day, you do the crime, you got to do the time. Whatever that time means. Either you die or you put in prison for life.
You can
And
take a
when you
life, but you can't give that life back.
no,
And that's what people have to
I'll
understand.
be back.
yeah. Look at Charles Manson. How many freaking years? I said freaking. I didn't say effing. How many freaking years did that son of SOB sit in prison for the crimes that he committed? And we fed that son of a big gum. I'm getting mad now. See, things like that makes me angry. They let him sit in prison until he died, and we had to feed him 3 times a day.
I know who Tim reminds me of when he gets going.
And he
Earl Pitts.
I'm gonna tell you something, brother. That guy had them people. She was what, 4 or 5 months pregnant, 6, 7, somewhere around there. They cut that child out of that woman's belly.
And this, children, is why you should always make sure you get plenty of titty milk.
Oh God, Vern, don't say that.
Why do we want titty milk? Why, Vern?
Hush, Montana. But it's sad. I remember that morning that happened, Vern. And when they come over the TV and said that happened, I said, my God, what in the world would somebody cut a stomach open to get a baby out for when they just killed their mama? I mean,
All right, we got to get on the happier stuff, man. You're going to depress me now.
no, I'm just mad. I ain't depressed. I'm mad because we had to feed Charles Manson all them damn years that we fed him and clothed him. And let him live. He should have been put in a gas chamber.
These are issues, and they're issues that years ago in the 1800s didn't happen, and that's
He should
part of the reason why things are the way they are now. That and the fact that, you know, you go to school and get an education and you believe that everything's not your fault.
He should have been put in a gas chamber a month after that happened. All of them should have been put away. They should have been put to death, every one of them. What was they, 4 of them or 5 of them? They even released that idiot that did that heinous crime the other day. They released her back onto the streets. You tell me, what's wrong with this system? There's something bad wrong with our system. That woman went free the other day. Who cares? But who cares how old she was? I'm gonna shut up. I'm getting pissed off.
I'm playing me some farm sim right now, Ken.
Just like I said earlier, Vern, I thank God in heaven, up in heaven, that He gave me.
He was never put to death. Manson was never put to death. He died.
My mother and father raised me the way I should have been raised. I may not have nothing, but by golly, they cannot take the way I was raised away from me. I was raised right from wrong, and I was always taught to honor my mother and father. And I lived by that, and I taught my children that when they were coming up. brother. They don't do that no more. My raisins was worth more than any $1 million you can put on the table. Hey, when I was coming up, we never had no kids killing kids in high school or in grammar school.
Out in the corner.
We've had these people walk out in the damn blame, what they call the playground and blow kids away. What?
There's a great titty milk deficiency in this world.
I don't know where you come up with that shit, but I'm, you know.
I think it would fix a lot of it. I really do.
Oh, Vern, I don't know where you coming in there with that. Where did y'all
Nation,
come
what do
up
you
with that
think?
crap anyway? By the way,
Nation, what do you think about it?
hello, Nation.
I think they would have a lot less problem.
I do too.
Nation, did you ever get your plow boats in action, or?
For some reason, we're stuck.
No, Vern, we didn't put him to death. He died natural death.
He died natural causes.
Yes,
That's right.
He did the other day.
In 2007.
2017, he died. He sat in prison from 1977 to 2017.
Try 1972.
No, 77.
It was 72 or 3.
No, it was 77 when he committed the crime.
No, it was 77 when they overruled his death ruling and ruled the death sentence was not constitutional in the state he was in. That was in 77. That's not when he was prison. That's when they took him off death row, 77.
Vern, I remember the morning that happened. And he never did face no death sentence.
No, he died of natural causes on November 19, 2017 in Bakersfield, California.
I know he did.
Cardiac arrest, respiratory failure, and it was mid-colon cancer.
Look at all them years that we fed that guy and clothed him. And I'm sure he had rights when he was in there.
He was originally sentenced to death, but his sentence was commuted to life with the possibility of parole after California invalidated the state's death penalty statute in 1972.
Every state in the union abolished the death penalty. And that's the stupidest thing they could ever done. All because of the media. Oh, that is so harsh. Who cares what they did? They shouldn't have never let the media watch a they shouldn't never let the media in there when they putting somebody to death. That's what stopped it. Everybody started griping about, oh, look how this guy that got executed, and they had to execute him 3 times before they killed him, and people thought that was cruel. Well, look what in the health center he did. I don't have no sympathy for people like that. That's one reason we got the death penalty was took away.
Well, that's funny that you say that because Alabama, Arizona, Arkansas, which ones have it still? Florida has it.
Yeah. Well,
I know for a fact California don't.
We just recently reappealed that. Death by...
Florida never.
Death by injection.
Right. Florida
Um,
never took the death penalty off the table. We've always had it in Florida.
Well, they took execution now. That don't bother me at all. They took that away. At least they still got the death by
What, the electric chair?
Yeah, they didn't need that anyway.
Well, I like how they say that something's inhumane, but yet the crime that they committed was not inhumane. Come
well,
on.
I ask myself, who is these people that said that is inhumane? What about what he did or they did? You know, come on, people. I mean, good gracious almighty, if somebody does something like that, they need to pay the fine. And death by execution, that don't bother me no more. Injection, that's the way to do it. It's over with in what, 10, 15 minutes, Vern? And it's nothing wrong with it. We're just gonna have to get back in. We're gonna have to get back in there and do what we're supposed to do. These people does these crimes knowing they ain't gonna get put to death. They say, oh hell, I can live in prison, at least they'll feed me. You don't, how many people do you think that does that, Vern?
I don't know of any or why they would do it.
I mean, people do that. They say, well, they'll feed me.
If I understood it all, I'd know how to fix it.
Well, they need to quit. I'll tell you one thing, they need to quit smacking them on the hand and letting them go, I know that. Like they used to. Like you said back in the old days, hey, if you did the crime, they put you in the street and killed you and everybody seen it. They did that for a reason. Keep crime down. If we get caught doing this is what's going to happen to us. They should have left it on the book. Time changed all that. But our kids dying at the hands of another child, that's wrong. You don't, man, I'll tell you, that is wrong.
All right, Tim, we got to get on something more positive. We keep talking depressing stuff, we're all going to be depressed and have a shitty day.
I've already had a shitty
My day's going to be all right. I mean, you know.
Nation already had a shitty day, is that what you said, man?
Yeah. It's cold and raining and crappy.
Damn it.
Oh, Lordy.
You're going to have to get that boat plow working if it rains too much.
I'm going to need it.
It was 90 freaking degrees again yesterday.
That's too hot.
It was hot here yesterday.
It's 80 today.
Kind of comfortable today, ain't it?
80's not comfortable, it's hot.
No, but they were 90 something.
That's about 10 degrees better, it's still hot.
Oh yeah.
We'll take 70, 75.
How about 40?
You keep your 40. Not 40 and raining. I don't mind 40 too bad if it's dry.
I remember them dadgum days in Florida down there when I was down there.
Today's high is 88 degrees.
Be so hot, thick and hot you can't hardly breathe.
Tomorrow 79, Wednesday 84, Thursday 89, Friday 79, and finally Saturday and Sunday will be down to 74 degrees.
That'll be comfortable.
You're freaking.
7 days. Yeah, I guess that's not too bad of a weather forecast, is it, Nation?
No problem.
Oh, there's Hal.
What do you say, Al?
I got all the titty milk.
Hey, Tim, I thought you were going to the doctor.
What?
But you were going to go to the doctor.
No, I ain't going yet. I'm gonna wait.
Waiting ain't helping.
Where is this California?
I thought it said it did on the thing. I didn't think it did. I didn't think they had it.
Do you?
Yeah. I ain't coughing and chugged up.
When was the last time they used it, Nation?
Yeah. Hey, Vern, my wife wants to talk to you.
All right.
I got a surprise today in the mail.
What'd you get? The monitors?
Yeah.
All three of them? Did they ship them different? They shipped the one separate from the other two?
Yeah, they shipped 2 in one box, and then they shipped one by itself.
Come from different warehouses. I don't know why you're sending her talking to me. It's Nation's fault.
Yeah.
She's gonna get on your butt. That's what she's gonna do.
I'm gonna tell her Nation twisted my arm. You heard him, right?
It's time that, you know what? Hal needs to set an example and be the first one to stand up and admit that he did it.
Yeah. I did it. She knows I did it.
That's easier said than done, though, Vern.
Yeah, she thinks that's bad. Wait till Friday.
I was just thinking that.
My rig's gonna be here Friday.
I was just thinking that.
What?
2006, Bernie.
You hear that?
Yeah, you see what I mean, Nation?
What'd she say, Vern?
They have it, but they don't use it.
2006 last time.
Hey, Vern, did you hear what she said?
What'd she say?
Tell him he owes me.
Thinking.
Who all was part of that deal? Me and who else? Nation? Who
Oh, I
else?
wasn't here that day.
Oh, come on, you come in on that one.
Oh, that happened before I got in there.
It would have been much worse. You tell her it'd been much worse if you hadn't fixed the quantity.
John White was, White was the first one that showed me.
That was all new to me when I got in there and you told me.
If he had ordered 9 of them, then I could see where that would have been a bigger issue for
Yeah,
some of us.
that'd have been an issue.
We were able to save her some money there by taking 6 of those monitors off.
Yeah, David White's the one that showed it.
So technically, it would be your fault for clicking to buy it now, but David White's for leading you to it.
Yeah, right. Would it be your fault for showing me the monitor?
I found you the curved ones, the nicer ones, so I should be thanked for that.
Yeah.
You could have ended up with not just 3 monitors, but 3 very ugly monitors.
Yeah, and junk ones that I wouldn't have liked.
Right. They could have been ugly and junk, and then it would have been an issue. But instead, you got 3 very nice curved monitors.
Right, right.
And she'll probably tell you that's about the biggest bunch of bullshit language he's ever heard.
Probably.
And really, if you want to get technical, Hal, it's Tim's fault for not being on here to stop you.
Slow me down.
Yeah, that's
Oh
it.
no!
Yeah.
Oh, that wasn't my fault.
Yeah,
Gee,
Tim's
gee.
standing here telling me no, right? Like that
You
wheel,
ain't
right?
gonna get me in trouble with your wife, okay? I haven't done nothing.
That's the problem. You hadn't done nothing. You weren't here to stop him.
I was sick.
You got to stop him, Tim. You know,
Can't
if
we
he's
be
on
sick
here,
every once in a while?
if he's on here uncontrollably, he can't help it. You have to be in here to stop him.
I bet she laughing her butt off now. Hearing that. Put it all off on Tim.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, it's the correct way to go. If you'd have been here to stop him, it never happened.
How the hell am I going to stop y'all from making this decision? You get your mind set. You got so many people in there. There's so many people that gets in there and it does tell him to do that, and he's gonna go by it.
You get that, Vern?
Yep.
Tim's going out today.
Good deal.
I take the piss out of it. Put some in air bags.
That's a good idea.
Burns, you got Junior's computer back yet?
He's shipping it.
Just shipped it.
Huh?
I just shipped it to him. That's what I was giving him, was tracking me.
Oh.
I gotta steal Vern just a second, guys.
10-4.
Move me.
Why in the frig did I pull my semi right there? I need to deliver this right up here.
Where's Howard and Brenda?
You know, Hal, I'm just thinking about something.
He's not in here right now.
Oh, man.
How's my man?
How you doing, Nate?
Doing well, how are you?
I'm feeling better. I was sick a little bit longer than I thought I was going to be.
Yeah, you were out of service for a little while.
I was out for a while, wasn't
You going back trucking?
I? Not yet. I don't feel that good.
You don't feel good enough to go out one?
I wouldn't do that if I felt like I'm 100%. got converted from it too.
I hadn't gone back outlawing yet.
Don't do it.
I'm trying not to, man. It's just hard.
It ain't hard, Montana. Just don't do it, man. Just think about it, you know.
But when
This ain't trucking, but this is just me out here flying up and down the road, knocking everybody off the road and everything. That ain't right. I don't.
after you do as long as I have, it's hard not to go back to it.
No, it ain't.
But I've done it ever since I've had the game for about 2 years.
Don't matter. You'll get out of it.
I'll be back in a bit, guys.
There they are. I'm gonna let this run. I'm gonna get up and fix me a bite to eat, y'all.
like you're getting somebody help.
Somebody ain't happy in there.
All right, man.
I'll see y'all after a while. I'm hungry here, and I want to rest a few minutes. I'll be back. I'll be back by about 4 o'clock or three,
Sounds
somewhere
good.
around there. All
All
right,
right.
Bob. We'll talk to you after a while. Let me cut that off over there. I'll be back after a while, y'all, on my live chat. We'll talk to you after a while.